Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where Edutainment explains it. Today we are going to be doing a, I guess, comparison and contrast with two very, very popular metals in the comic book world. I don't know if I've already done this. If I have, then we'll have two videos. Okay. Of course, we are going to be doing a contrast and comparison with Nth Metal from the DC universe, and of course, Vibranium from the Marvel universe. So let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page. Comment, leave a comment, leave a respectful comment, leave a constructive comment. We like those. Speaking of liking, like us. We like to be liked. And subscribe and share this page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share because. Yep, Edutainment does it. Here we are. Nth Metal versus Vibranium. And we are going to deal with the two most famous benefactors of said metals. Katar Hall, aka Hawkman of Thanagar, and T'Challa T'Chaka, aka the Black Panther. Let's start with the simple stuff, y'all. Let's start with the simple stuff. Nth Metal. Talk about Nth Metal. Nth Metal, the first ever mention of Nth Metal, came in this comic book right here. Flash Comics #1 with a cover date of January 1940. And if you look at the cover a little closer, Flash Comics was one of those magazines that had stories about multiple characters, as you can see on the left-hand side. Bam. There you go. Look at that. That's where Hawkman made his debut. That's where Nth Metal made its debut. Vibranium, on the other hand, had a more nondescript introduction. Vibranium made its introduction in the pages of Daredevil issue number 13, which was 1965, I want to say. So 25 years separate the debut of said metals. Also, Daredevil is not as popular with Vibranium as is T'Challa, the Black Panther. All right. Nth Metal. Let's get it. And yeah, that's a Black Hawk, man. Deal with it. It is native to Thanagar. And the main property that it has that is right away noticeable is it has the ability to negate gravity. So a person wearing Nth Metal, such as a belt or some other object, might be able to defy gravity and fly. Okay? Maybe that's why Hawkman. Okay? It apparently has other properties that have yet to be revealed. One of those powers is frequent use of it. And this is weird. Can cause serial resurrection over periods of time. So every Hawkman you see in that picture is Katar Hall, Carter Hall, whatever you want to call it. And Hawkman started off in ancient Egypt as Prince Khufu. And Prince Khufu, even back then, had been exposed to the metal. And I guess he didn't remember that he had been exposed to the metal, but he's supposed to remember, isn't he? Maybe initially he didn't remember, but as it continued to occur, he remembered. Nth metal, at least the way Hawkman utilizes it, is he uses it to use it as a melee weapon. He has a shield made of nth metal. He has a mace. He has a gauntlet. He has lots of nth metal melee weapons. So flight and resurrection. Nth metal has a protective property to it, as witnessed by Carter and Shiera's son Hector, wearing a suit of nth metal and calling himself the Silver Scarab. And it gave him the ability to fly and project energy blasts. Okay, and Valorium in the 31st century, used to make the Legion of Superheroes flight rings, is made of Valorium, which is also an alloy of nth metal. Okay, so what do we got here? We got melee weapons, we got flight, we got armor, and we got serial reincarnation. Those are the four main things that nth metal does. So unless you know of some more stuff that nth metal does, please feel free to drop it in the comments if I have not covered it already. I'm going to move on to Vibranium now. Also, side note, as if you didn't know, the Hawks, Shiera and Carter, utilize nth metal technology in their adventures as Hawkman and Hawkgirl. All right. He has also been depicted cinematically by Aldous Hodge in the Black Adam movie in 2022, I believe that was. Now, let's get to T'Challa. T'Challa has been depicted cinematically one time, y'all. Hawkman's been depicted live action 3 times. Twice on television and once cinematically. So Hawkman's up cinematically or up live action. Let's put it like that. Okay, like I told y'all, Vibranium had its debut in it wasn't 65. It was 66. Daredevil number 13. Where he teamed up with Kazar, of all people, to fight his brother, Parnival. That's an interesting name. Parnival Plunder, the brother of Kevin Plunder, aka Kazar. However, though, we're talking about Vibranium here. The most popular use for Vibranium, of course, is that it is part of the alloy which makes up Captain America's mighty shield. Proto-adamantium and vibranium and adamantium. You need proto-adamantium to bond it to anything else. That being the case, vibranium is highly resistant to damage, and it can absorb vibrations and kinetic energy directed at it. Now, there's more than one form of vibranium. We also have savage land vibranium, also known as antimetal. Now, what makes vibranium, antimetal vibranium special is it produces a specific wavelength that breaks down the molecular bonds in metals, causing them to dissolve. Also, vibranium, since it crashed millions of years ago in what is now Wakanda, there's an entire mountain of it, and the radiation from vibranium has affected the flora and fauna in Wakanda, causing them to be evolved, the potential for becoming altered humans, as is the case with the heart-shaped herb. Vibranium causes that. All right. Now, you also got artificial vibranium, which you can transform from regular vibranium to antimetal vibranium when exposed to a certain wavelength of radiation. And that is mainly wielded by T'Challa in the form of different types of armor. Of course, they absorb kinetic and energy-based attacks. He also has technology where he can utilize them as offensive weapons. So we got armor. We got mutagenic alteration. We've got versatility. It can be an offensive and defensive weapon. And it dissolves other metals. Now, I know that I am going to sound like a Black Panther shill, but other than resurrection and then serial resurrection on top of that, so it's not like you have any control over said resurrection, I have simply got to say vibranium has it all over nth metal. Unless there is some kind of property with nth metal that I am not aware of or that has not been brought to my attention, I'm thinking vibranium has got nth metal covered. No shade to DC folks or Hawkman fans. If that's not the case, somebody tell me what is. You DC guys, you know what I'm saying? Y'all look up. Let's get together. Let's talk about it. You tell me some stuff about nth metal that I may not potentially know, and we'll see if it changes my mind one way or another. But look here, vibranium over nth metal. That's where I'm at with it until somebody tells me different or shows me different or brings me a convincing argument. Because, yeah, resurrection, reincarnation, that's kind of cool. But I want to know when and where I'm going to reincarnate. Maybe I want to prepare for that. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.